Hey, good to see you. I'd like to show you a project I've been working on. It's a communications badge, just like those seen in Star Trek. I'd say the project is about half done. Let me show you what I've got so far. This is the PCB. In the middle we have an ESP32 microcontroller. At the top, T1 is the main touchpad, where a spring will be soldered that will connect with the top portion of the casing, which is actually a capacitive touch panel. The other pads, T2, T5 and T7, connect to side-mounted touch panels. They don't have springs in the same way. The rest of the components on this side are just supporting components for the ESP32 microcontroller. The hole in the top is for the microphone input, which I'll get to on the other side. So on the back here we have the MPR121 touch controller. That's the chip in the middle here. That's got 4 extra breakout pads for touch buttons. The 6 gold contacts at the top there are for the INMP441 microphone. At the mid-bottom we have the 3.3 volt regulator and the audio amplifier board, which is an NS8002. Then finally at the bottom on the left we've got the power input for the wireless charger, and on the right is the through-hole connections for the FTDI programming, which just allows uploading the initial firmware. Last thing to note on this side is the battery cutoff switch. That is only connected to the solder pads on the left hand side, not to the FTDI. However, the FTDI connections are connected to the 3.3 volt regulator. I did this just because I felt it was a safer option. Finally, the speaker gets soldered on top of the NS8002 amplifier board for the speaker connections, which you'll see here is negative. And for the PCB, that is pretty much it. I have designed a battery pack as well, though I have no images or 3D models of that yet. It's simply just a collection of components, which I will go over now. So to transmit power from the battery pack to the ComBadge, I was thinking we could use these tiny little wireless charging PCBs. These would work great with these ultra-thin batteries I found from this website. I think either this capacity or possibly this one would be perfect. The battery pack could be mounted inside of clothing using this gecko tape. It's waterproof, washable and reusable. The battery pack has to be pretty thin and lightweight, so it doesn't sag clothes and look bulky under a shirt. Hopefully with a combination of that charging circuit, those ultra-thin batteries and the gecko tape, make something that's pretty robust, lightweight and it doesn't cause bulk under a shirt. The badge will be attached by magnets. I was thinking the top magnet out of 3 in a triangle position. The top magnet could be oriented so that the other 2 cannot match with it. So for example you have the top magnet north facing outwards and the bottom 2 south facing outwards. So the corresponding magnets in the badge would only orient one way around. So up would always be up, or the top would always be up. There's a couple of other features I've considered but haven't implemented, such as a vibration motor and battery voltage feedback. So I think I should show the 3D designs I have for the casings. So obviously here is the Star Trek design, typical Starfleet insignia, based on the lower decks ComBadge. Probably only going to be making a few of these for me and my friends. However, I will make the 3D files of this available, so if you've got a 3D printer you can print it off yourself. I highly recommend using a resin printer. Quality is just not there for the FDMs. However, I do want to sell these, so I've also designed this dome shape. It will have exactly the same functionality as the Starfleet insignia. At the moment I'm thinking of using this gold plating or silver plating mixture. It doesn't require electroplating, just heating up, which is pretty cool. There is a possibility this transparent electrically conductive spray would also work really well. If this works, it would open up loads of possibilities for customization, patterns, geometric shapes, unique pictures. It could all be put onto this badge and then just sprayed over the top with the conductive spray. That's pretty much it for this video. In the next one I'll go over the code for the ESP32, the VOSC AI and the MQTT server. But for now I'll say thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Take care.